What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. This is a collective reading for anybody and everybody who clicks on this video. Let's take a deep breath together. Inhale and exhale. Thank you. This is for the 1111 portal that's happening today when I'm filming this, but whenever you watch it is whenever you are supposed to watch it. I trust in divine timing, and it is meant to be whenever you see it. It is a timeless energy, but we are focusing on the auspicious energy of the 1111 portal. Your first channel message is you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Let's take a deep breath. Did we take a deep breath? Inhale and exhale. We probably did because I start every reading that way, but it's just like so robotic for me now that sometimes I forget whether we do it or not. And obviously some of us needed a second breath if we took a second breath. I want to remind you that everything I say in this reading may not resonate with you. It's possible that nothing I say will resonate with you, so only take what feels right, leave the rest for someone else. Do not force anything to fit. I am asking that you hit the like button to show your support. It's completely free to hit the like button, and it shows support and it pushes the video out to others who need to hear these readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That is also completely free for you. And comment down below if you feel called to it to let me know how this resonates or whatever you want to say. I do ask that you keep it kind, otherwise you will be blocked and removed. Anyway, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I've been getting this message a lot today. I had this visual come through for me in the shower of me leading people to this like giant lake. It felt like it was like the fountain of youth. That's just what I'm gonna say. It felt like I was leading people to the fountain of youth. And when we get there, people are feeling apprehensive. Like the whole time they're like, yes, we're gonna follow him, we're gonna follow him, we're following him. He's leading us to where we wanna go. He's leading us to the promised land, to this fountain of youth, to this whatever that I'm leading you towards. And as soon as we get there, there's all of this resistance and there's all of this questioning and there's all of this like, is he right? Is this really what we thought it was? And then there's this like self-sabotage energy. And I noticed myself like kind of distance myself from the situation. So I lead all of these people, right, to wherever we're going. We get to where we're going and I'm like, here, we're here. This is your fountain of youth. These are your blessings. This is your manifestation. This is everything that you've asked for. I led you here. Here's the information. Here's all of it. And I lead them there, and then this dark energy presents itself. It felt like devil energy came in and everything got really dark. And maybe I was like the angel on these people's shoulder, and then there's obviously going to be like the demon, the devil on your shoulder too. So you always have that like choice to make. But as soon as we got there, my energy was like lifted because all my purpose was to lead the horse to the water. I cannot force the horse to drink. I cannot force these people to step into the new timeline. I cannot force these people to accept their blessings. I cannot force these people to drink from the fountain of youth. I can only lead them there and then step away. But as soon as I stepped away is when the dark energy entered, and in these people's mind, I was able to like read their minds. I was able to like step into their energy and see it from their perspective. And all of a sudden, this giant lake that we were at turned dark. It turned black because this devil, dark demon energy was telling the collective that I led there that it's poison. Don't drink from that lake. He's lying to you. All of this is fake. God doesn't love you. You're not supported. This is not real. Like all of these negative, intrusive, demonic thoughts were coming through in this person's mind or these people's mind that I'd led to the water. And God told me all I can do is lead people to water. I can only lead the horse to the water. I cannot make the horse drink. And so that is a message for some of you as well. You can lead the horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. Some people are committed to hearing what they want to hear, and if you tell them something that is the truth, but it is not what they want to hear, their ego will flare up and they will try to attack and defend themselves, to defend their thought process, to defend what they want to hear, even if what they want to hear isn't the truth and it isn't what's best for them. Your job is simply to lead the horse to water. It is simply to provide the information, to spread the truth, to do what you are called to do, and the rest is up to them, and the rest is up to the divine and the Most High. I saw some of these people go from human beings to sheep. I saw them literally transform from human beings to sheep because the fear was too much for them and the control seemed easier, because this dark energy that approached told them that everything I led them to was fake and that this pond was now toxic and filled with poison, but they never even tried to step into the pond. They never even tried to step into the new timeline. They didn't even try. They were so succumbed with fear that they allowed the fear to control them, and then they became sheep who followed the controller. And there's nothing I can do at that point other than to continue to do what I am doing. It is simply my job to lead people to water. It is not my job to save them. It is not my job to force them to drink the water, so to speak. And I feel that some of you will resonate with that story and that message as well. So I needed to share that with you. Thank you for listening to me. Now we will talk about 1111. 1111 is a very auspicious energy. It is a perfect day to manifest, to write down your manifestations and treat it as if it is your New Year's resolutions. I keep getting that, New Year's resolutions. So now is the time for you to set New Year's resolutions. Now is the time for you to start planning, manifesting, thinking, and speaking what you want to call in to the next year of your life. And I've also been encouraging everybody to write a gratitude list of at least 11 things, since it's 11/11, 11 things that you are grateful for in this current moment. And this came to me because I was watching Queen Cup's most recent live stream video. Shout out Queen Cup, shout out Brittany the Cosmic Wifey. I still love them both very much, and I will put their information in the description box down below if you want to support and check out other readers other than myself. And Queen Cup Destiny was talking about Thora, her dog who passed away, and somebody in the comments was making a joke about they missed Thora's farts, and Destiny was like, yeah, because you were on the other side of it. You weren't the one smelling it. You weren't the one who had to deal with it. She was like, I felt like it was in the roof of my mouth whenever she would fart. It was so disgusting. But then she was also like, but I do miss her and I do miss that. And she was like, I would give anything to go back to that time to be with her and to smell her farts. And that really like woke something up in me where I was like, I try to be as grateful as possible for everything, but there are some times where I'm falling short on that, and we're all humans, so I'm not trying to like be mean to myself or cast any judgment upon myself or others for not being as grateful as they could be. It's just that that really sparked something in me to find gratitude for where I'm at right now and to find gratitude for the things that I have complained about, because there will come a time in my life where I am no longer in this energy, I'm no longer in this space, and I will look back and there will be parts of this experience that I'm going through now that I do miss and I do wish I could get back. So I'm choosing to find the gratitude in everything. Like last night, I was sitting meditating and just thinking about how grateful I am to have an apartment, to have shelter, to have a bed to sleep in, to have electricity, to have food in the fridge, to hear the crackheads outside screaming. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But genuinely, like, I'm excited to hear all of the noise. I'm grateful for all of the noise that surrounds me and all of the sirens and the yelling I hear outside from time to time. And it was just really a profound moment for me because there is so much in the current moment to be grateful for all of us, even if the circumstances aren't exactly what we want and desire and where we know that we deserve to be. There is still something to find gratitude for. You're breathing. Express gratitude for the breath. Express gratitude for clean running water. Express gratitude for clothing, for shelter, for transportation, for food in your fridge, whatever it might be. Your guides are asking you, and I am asking you, to make a gratitude list of 11 things, because the power of gratitude will help to amplify your manifestations as well. So yes, manifest, ask for what you want to call into your life, but also make a gratitude list, because the power of gratitude is strong. Okay. And when it comes to manifesting, there is no right or wrong way to manifest. I don't care what other people are saying. I don't care what other people are saying. It's so toxic in this community when people are like, you have to do it this way. It's only going to work if you do it this way. Do this, buy my course, pay for this. That's how you'll do it. No, you already have all of the tools within you, and you are already manifesting every single day in every single way. So what I'm saying in terms of manifesting and what I'm encouraging you to do is to write things down, speak it into existence, think about it today, especially, okay? Because today is the most powerful day for it. And if you're listening to it a couple days after, you can still do this. It doesn't have to be exactly on 11/11. This energy is going to carry out for, I feel like, the next week or so. But yeah, you can do this at any time. Even if it is an 11/11 when you're listening to this and you feel called to do manifesting and write a gratitude list, I encourage you to do that. When it comes to your manifesting, though, I want you to, for some of you, be very specific. If you know that you are a person who needs something specific, be very specific. Exactly the kind of money that you want to call in for yourself over this year, what your divine counterpart relationship looks like, call that in. Like whatever it might be very specific with it if you resonate with that. For others of you, I want you to think big, because you are limitless and nothing is beyond your reach. The universe is limitless. You were created by the universe, therefore you are limitless. Nothing is impossible, regardless of what other people have told you, and regardless of what you've seen other people give up on. Nothing is impossible for you. Nothing is impossible for them too. It's just they gave up on their dreams, and that's unfortunate. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Now they're sheep following the fear, and it is what it is. Maybe they'll wake up, maybe they won't. That's their choice, not yours. But think big. Think big. You can achieve anything and you can have anything. It is all possible and it is all available to you. That is my piece. Channel message wise, just talking. Now we're gonna pull cards. I feel called to the sunflower deck. So sunflowers could be a sign for you. Maybe you're gonna buy yourself some sunflowers. Self-love is manifesting with this 1111. I love to see that. Some of you are really working on loving yourself, dating yourself, caring for yourself, because some of you have been feeling lonely, but you're never really alone, especially when you're caring and loving for yourself. All right, angels, ancestors, guides, come through for the collective. What is manifesting with this 1111 energy? What messages do you have for the collective for this 1111 portal? We're seeing unexpected, surprise, shocking news. Yeah, it does feel like there is some sort of like unexpected, shocking news coming in for some of you, but it feels like a good thing. It's like, wow, I didn't expect this. I didn't expect this so soon, or I didn't expect this to go so well. I had a client today and she got really great news about a health situation, and they don't even need to operate. She's completely healthy now. They can't even find what they were trying to operate on before, and that's what I'm getting here. So for some of you, it will be a health thing, but I'm not a doctor, so take that with a grain of salt. But I'm just sharing that news with you because if she's a part of the collective, this is a message for the collective, right? That there is unexpected good news coming in for you, and it may be shocking to you. And in that whole reading, I could feel like she was trying to integrate the news. And so I was like, give yourself 48 hours to really like take your time to integrate this news, because it feels like it was so unexpected. Like she had already been planning and thinking about what life was going to be like with the surgery, and then she was also worried about not having time to meet for our session, but she was right on time because she got out of that situation because the doctors didn't actually have to operate, and they said that what they were trying to find was gone. And that's what I'm getting, is there is some sort of like surprising, shocking, unexpected news coming in for you guys that is really good. For some of you it'll be health related, and for most of you it will not. Let's find out what else is coming in here. What other messages? We're seeing release. Move on, let go, and trust your angels. So some sort of unexpected release could be manifesting with this 1111, which did actually happen for me last night. I got my feelings hurt yesterday about something that was so minute and so small, and it really shouldn't have hurt my feelings, but it did because of who it came from and because of what my expectations were going into it. So I really learned that I sometimes just have really high expectations, and I don't think that's a bad thing. It's just that sometimes I need to be a little bit more realistic, and I need to be more understanding about some things. And what happened to me yesterday was so small, and the person who hurt my feelings did not intend to hurt my feelings. It was not this person's intentions to hurt me. It was just a situation that happened, and it feels like it was divine the way that it occurred, but it did hurt my feelings, and then I had to work through that. And then last night I was feeling a lot of heavy emotions, and I watched this movie on Prime Video called My Old Ass, and that got me crying too. And then I spent a lot of my night last night crying and releasing and purging and making space for all of the new blessings and new manifestations that are coming in. So some of you may also have some sort of unexpected release of emotions, but go with it. Let yourself feel what you need to feel. I talk about how feeling is healing all the time. The feelings also lead to data because your emotions give you data. So you will get clarity where you've been confused if you allow yourself to feel your feelings. Letting out the emotions, letting out the feelings will actually give you clarity and will give you data and information that you've been seeking. But it does look like some of you, there is some sort of unexpected release here. Like maybe you didn't think that you were gonna cry, or maybe you didn't think you were gonna cry this much, but that could be happening, or maybe that already did happen for you. But just know that you're making space for all of the new manifestations. So you have to clear out old stagnant energy, and you have to clear out people, places, and things that do not align with you anymore and that no longer serve you on this journey. All right, tell me more. I am getting that some of you are going to be visited by a passed on loved one. For some reason, this like lantern thing makes me feel like there's some sort of like person who passed away, could be a friend, a family member, a lover who passed away, who is going to be revisiting you around this time to give you some sort of surprise or some sort of information or download from spirit, maybe even really missing this passed on loved one, and they're going to be making an appearance back into your life. They're going to be coming back in some way. I'm also seeing reconciliation. This says coming together. So some of you may have somebody here who you are unexpectedly reconnecting with. And I know that won't resonate for everybody. So again, only take it if it resonates, only take it if it feels right. But this could be the unexpected reconnection with the passed on loved one. Like maybe you thought that you would never hear from this angel again or this passed on loved one again. Maybe you thought you'd never get to talk to them or connect with them again. But something about this 1111 portal is like bringing them back together. For some of you, it is like a physical person here who you're going to be reconnecting with. And then we're seeing spying. Obsessed, infatuation, social media. Somebody who's been watching you on social media is going to reconnect with you. Oh, for some sort of dating and romance. So this is not a bad thing. And it also doesn't feel like you guys have been apart for that long, or you may not even really be apart, but maybe you guys only see each other like once a week or once every month. And so you're coming together, you're reconnecting with this 1111 portal energy, and they've been watching you on social media. They've been watching you glow. They've been watching your videos. If you're posting, they've been watching and looking for your pictures. And I also feel like these people are talking about you. It doesn't feel bad. Nothing I'm tapping into feels bad. The bottom of the deck says relax. I see that some of you could be triggered by some of the words that I'm using, but relax. So I don't feel that any of this is bad. Some of these people, it does feel like they're talking about you to their family members or to their friends, and they're talking about like coming in and offering you some sort of dating and romance. It says flow. You're being guided to just go with the flow, to just trust the process, to just surrender to the process. Try not to have too many expectations here. Try not to control anything. Try to just go where the river takes you. I'm getting something about Pocahontas. So Pocahontas could be significant. You might resonate with Pocahontas. I feel something, I'm getting something about like the river bend and rivers for some reason. Unexpected flow in your dating and romantic life. All of a sudden, because you're releasing heavy emotions, because you're releasing expectations, because you're releasing control, because you're relaxing. For some of you, there is like a new energy coming in here because you're releasing the old. When it comes to love, you could be releasing some sort of old connection or old pattern that doesn't serve you in love. And that's when the new one comes in, if that makes sense. But I keep getting this energy of like dating, courtship, romance, real love, manifesting, and it keeps showing up in the cards. So if it hasn't happened yet, it's going to happen. You're also being guided to release the time frame of these things because everything happens in divine timing. Just relax, step back and trust the guides. Release what you don't have control over, and you don't have control over the timing of this, so you might as well just flow. Let yourself feel what you're feeling, but don't be too mean to yourself, obviously. I keep getting this message about if you knew that you were going to get what you wanted, you wouldn't worry about the wait. And so this feels like it's already manifesting. Everything that you're manifesting today is already manifesting. And I'm getting it's because your higher self already has it. The things that you desire deep within you that you're going to be asking for and manifesting already exist in another timeline because you have the desire for a reason. You have the desire because it's already happened. It's already manifested in another lifetime. You're just playing it out in this lifetime. Yeah, I know that sounds woo-woo to some people, but if you're here on the spiritual journey, you are a little woo-woo, and we talk like this, so you get me. If you're stuck in the human ego 3D, then I may not be the reader for you, or this may not be your reading, and that's okay. But I do see that there is some sort of dating and romance here that somebody is coming in with. So relax, step back, trust the guides. If everything you wanted, you knew was already happening for you, you would be fine with the wait. So try to approach it that way because everything that you want wants you to. All right, let's get some tarot out here for this 1111 message. I keep getting write it down. The deck is upside down. But I keep getting write it down. What you write down will manifest. So write these things down that you're wanting. Think them in your head. Speak them out into existence. All right, tell me more messages for this 1111 portal, please, for the collective. Some of you have been manifesting a date or somebody asking you out on a date. I feel like that could be manifesting too. That's part of what's coming in here. Some of you just want to go out on a date. Some of you want to be dated. You want to be courted, and that's happening. You're attracting that with the Empress. The Empress is divine feminine energy, but you can resonate however you want to resonate. I just read energy. I'm not reading gender by any means. But this is also further confirmation that there is self-love energy here. You've raised your vibration. And because you've raised your vibration, there's new things coming into you that are more in alignment to you than what you once had, or that you're getting rid of, if that makes sense. There is this like self-love energy. I really feel like some of you have been dating yourself, and some of you might be going into a period of not dating, getting out of a relationship, and then healing yourself, dating yourself, parenting yourself, loving yourself. And it's okay. Whatever part of the journey you are on is perfectly okay. You're exactly where you are supposed to be. You are in alignment. One of the things I was talking to my clients today too was about how when you're in alignment, things will come easily and effortlessly to you. You don't have to struggle when you're in alignment. When you're out of alignment, that's when you're having to chase, and that's when it feels like the carrot's being dangled in front of you and you can't reach for it, you can't grab it. Because when you're out of alignment, that's that energy. It's very much giving, I'm chasing, but I'm never actually attaining or achieving. It's literally the carrot being dangled in front of your face, but you can never grab it. But when you're in alignment, everything just comes to you so easily and effortlessly. You don't even have to move from your couch. You don't even have to move from your seat, right? This Empress is seated on her throne, or on his or her or their throne, right? I am getting something about childbirth or pregnancy as well. Take it if it resonates. Some of you could be getting pregnant, or you may be pregnant and giving birth soon. That could also be like a manifestation of yours, is having a family, having children, having like a safe, healthy birth. I'm getting something about a water birth for some of you. The Chariot card showed up after the Empress, and this is a very specific message and will only resonate for like 1 or 2 people, I feel. But the Chariot is Cancer, which is water energy. So I feel like some of you will have a water birth, or you will have an at-home birth, and that's going to go okay. That's going to go well. Just relax. Just relax. I'm getting something about, I don't know the name of it. There's like a specific name for people who come to your house and help you with childbirth. It's not a doula. I don't think so, but I'm getting the word doula, so that could be significant for some reason. But it feels like some of you might be having an at-home birth or an at-home water birth or a water birth, and it's going to go successfully. You're going to be fine. Okay. Moving away from that energy, I'm also seeing the Chariot card. This tells me that part of the manifestations that are coming in for you is empowerment and leaving behind people, places, and things that no longer align with you. I'm literally seeing like a bridge being burnt. You know how they say burning bridges? And I feel like normally when we talk about burning bridges, it could have like a negative connotation, but it feels like these are bridges that you needed to burn because you were being taken advantage of, because people weren't trusting you, because people weren't listening to you, because you were leading horses to water and they were not drinking, right? That metaphor is coming back up here, where it's like you tried to give people the truth, you tried to give people knowledge, you tried to be there for people, you tried and tried and tried for these people, and now you've reached a point of like, okay, well, I'm going in a different direction. I have a new bridge opening up for me, and it looks like you don't get to come along because you didn't want to listen the entire time. You did not want to listen. You didn't want my help, so help yourself. And you're burning those types of bridges. I'm literally seeing like all of these people on the other side of the bridge who weren't listening to you, who weren't trusting you, who were trying to take advantage of you, who were only trying to get what they wanted out of you. You're burning that bridge, and they don't have access to you anymore. Like, they can't get across the bridge because there is no more bridge between you and these people. So that might resonate for some of you as well. The Chariot card does talk about overcoming obstacles. It talks about moving on. It talks about letting go, and it talks about empowerment. Usually the person in this Chariot is an emperor, and we have the Empress. So it also looks like the emperor is coming to get the Empress, right? Dating and romance. The emperor is coming to get his Empress, or her Empress, right? Because I read energy, not gender, but still. The emperor is coming to get the Empress, and the Empress is just sitting here, right? Literally, it's depicted in these cards. The Empress is just sitting, waiting. But it's more of like a patience energy. That's something I was talking to one of my clients about too, because waiting can also have a negative connotation. And I'm not going to tell you to ever sit here and wait around for somebody, but it's more about patience, because patience implies that you already know what you want is happening. Waiting tells the universe that you're still in lack and you're not sure. That's how I'm perceiving it. So it's more about like being patient for this chariot to show up with the emperor riding in it. But that's what I'm getting. This Empress is like, I already know that what I want is on its way to me. I already know that in another reality I already have what I want, so that's not an issue for me. I already know that what I want is mine, so I'm okay with being patient until it gets here. And the chariot is bringing forth your emperor, but also bringing forward all of these manifestations, the career growth, the money that you want, the friendships, the self-love, whatever it is that you've been manifesting. It feels like it's in this chariot and it's on its way to you. And then I'm seeing the Justice card, which is all about balance and karma. And it feels like it's time for the scales to be balanced for you. It's time for things to go your way. The universe is literally conspiring in your favor, and get ready to celebrate with the Four of Wands. It feels like it's a time to celebrate. There could also be some sort of engagement here that some of you are manifesting, because the Four of Wands is 1111. Okay. You see the two wands and the two wands, 1111, and we're talking about the 1111 portal. But it's also a halfway to marriage card, and this is usually depicting a scene at a wedding. So some of you could be getting engaged, or there could be a wedding, a marriage that is manifesting as well. The Justice card is also confirming that for some of you, because the Justice is like the legal system, and some of you are going to legally get married or legally have a name change here. So yeah, there could be some sort of marriage or engagement energy that is manifesting as well. And then I'm seeing the World card. You can't see that, but I'm seeing the World card. And the World talks about one chapter being over. It actually feels like there's a whole book that's over, which could resonate for some of you in a different way. Maybe you are authors or writers in some way. You might be finished with some sort of book now, confirmation outside, or you might be finished with some sort of like album, or some sort of like piece of work, piece of art. Could be completely finished now. Could even be like a painting too. That's specific for some of you, but I'm getting that it's like you're finished with it and now it's time to move on to the next book, or it's time to move on to the next chapter. I just keep getting book. Like, the World card represents major endings, but when one door closes, another door opens. And it's like this portal is opening up a new life for you. It's opening up new manifestations coming in for you as you close out this other world and close out this other portal. The thing is, some of you, you have a choice, because we always have free will. So it feels like some of you, you have a choice to close out this current life, close out this current portal so that you can step into the new one. But you have a choice on whether you continue back around in another year or another cycle in this current existence, or you choose to step into the new portal, right? But you can't have both, is what it feels like. You're being guided to step into the new life, step into the new world, step into the new portal. Some of you are a part of the creators of the new world, of the new life, the new age, the new dawn of times. Okay, but I keep getting this energy that it's like one book of your life is closed and you're about to enter a new book of life, which does make sense, because for some of you there is love manifesting. So you're going to go from being single to in a committed relationship that looks like, for some of you, it will lead to engagement and marriage, which means that that is a completely new world for you. Some of you have never been engaged. You've never been in a marriage before. So that looks like it could be manifesting for some of you, a whole new world. Some of you are having children. That's a whole new world too. If you've never had children, it's a whole new world than being with somebody and not having children, or not having children and then having children. It's a completely new world. Some of you might be moving, like relocating, and that's a completely new world too, because you knew one environment and now you have to shift and learn a completely new environment. Some of you might be getting a new job or changing careers, which is also a new world for some of you, especially if it is a career change. Like, let's say you're going from working a 9-to-5 office job to now being a spiritual practitioner, a tarot reader, a content creator, whatever it might be. Those are two completely different worlds. So yeah, there is one book or one world closing or coming to an end, so to speak, but it's not the end, it's just the beginning, right? All endings lead to new beginnings. When one door closes, another door opens, and it feels like that's the energy I'm tapping in here too today. I don't know if I want to pull any more cards. I feel called to pull one more card here. I'm not sure how Spirit wants to end this reading. Oh, there we go. We're seeing stalemate. You're playing the long game. Chess. Sparkle. Okay, and this card says confidence, glow up, invest in self, and shine on. The stalemate card says stagnant, conflict, crossroads. So this is your choice. You can choose between like the shiny new life that is going to lead to a glow up, that is going to lead to self-confidence, it's going to lead to self-love, it's going to lead to engagement, marriage, financial freedom, so on and so forth. You can choose that life. But you're in the dance right now between worlds is kind of what it feels like. We are in the dance between worlds, and we can choose to stay stuck, and we can choose to resist the change. We always have a choice. That is something that I'm getting very strongly in this message, that you have a choice and you have free will. And if you feel that you need to repeat some sort of cycle or repeat some sort of lesson, then by all means. But this world card tells me that you've learned your lessons, that you've passed the test, that you are ready for the new life, the new chapter, the new book, right? I'm getting that if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't show up for you. If you weren't ready for dating and romance, it wouldn't happen for you. If you weren't ready for financial freedom, it wouldn't happen for you. If you weren't ready for childbirth, it wouldn't happen for you, so on and so forth. But some of you, there is this like tendency to self-sabotage when things appear to be good because you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And that's your free will. You can choose to resist the change. You can choose to just call it a stalemate and stay stagnant, or you can choose to dance with life and choose the new, the sparkle, because it's not too good to be true. This is real. I understand that some of you might think that this is like a fantasy or it's too good to be true, but this is real. This is something that you guys have been manifesting for a long time. You put in the work. And I got this message on TikTok today. I'm going to do my best to like regurgitate it to you, but she had said something about some of you are going to stumble into being rich because you put so much work and time in. It's something about like you're gonna stumble upon being rich because you've been hustling so much. That's not exactly how she said it, but basically what it means is like some of you have been so focused and so focused and so focused on your manifestations, on your self-improvement, on work, on making money, on whatever it might be, that you're going to stumble upon all of this abundance, all of these manifestations happening for you because you've been doing the work. And some of you haven't taken a second to like step back and really see all the work that you've done. But this 1111 portal, these manifestations that are coming in are going to be a reflection and a representation of all of the work, time, blood, sweat, tears, and prayers that you have put in along the way. The Seven of Pentacles does remind us to be patient though. So I'm going to end this reading by reiterating that if you already knew what you wanted was going to happen, you would have no problem waiting for it. And we're trying to choose patience over waiting, because the way that I'm channeling it is that waiting has a negative connotation because it puts lack out into the universe. It's like, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting. So you're telling the universe that you're never receiving. But patience tells the universe that you already know that what's yours is yours and it will happen on divine timing. So you are cool with just chilling and being patient until it manifests. And I really hope that that makes sense. I'm sending you all so much love. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Happy manifesting. Peace.